Good evening. I wasn't going to come live, but not until I saw a video from Kasonde Mwenda. I have laughed, rolled on the floor. So basically, guys, President Hakainde Hichilema has been in the United Kingdom for a 3 days working visit, which they had claimed he had flown to the United Kingdom on a special invitation from the king. Now, when we say, some of us, we are Fabrizio Romano of Zambia, we get first-hand information. So I was very much aware that he was just going to a function by the king, called the King's Foundation, which you and I can register and be part of. If you want to be a donor, you want to be part of it, you can be contributing, and they, donate to different parts of the world. Normally, the way it works, because I was under the Helena Kennedy Foundation myself, which is a very good foundation in the UK. So how this foundation work, let me explain to you. Yes, it's the King's Foundation. He will be the face of the foundation, but it's other people who run it. They have governance. All right. They use that person as a face so that they can get donations and support from different people. So the first one was the dinner where President Hakainde Hichilema had with other people. There were maybe one or two, maybe ministers from Ghana or so, maybe Zimbabwe. But then there was no presidential level of people, right? But then for those days as well, we've had the Freemasons function in Scotland on the 1st of October, which was quite a coincidence that President Hakainde Hichilema had to come in at that time. So he called it a visit and an invitation. Now, for those of you on YouTube, you may not see this because, YouTube and Facebook, but I've posted this. There is a picture of President Hakainde Hichilema with King Charles. Now, how it works is, if you are in government, you're a government official from different parts of the world, you pay what you call a courtesy call. It's not an appointment. It's not like you're discussing things about the country. No. You just tell the king, I'll be around, and they'll give you 5 minutes to take a picture. Now, President Hakainde Hichilema has become a content creator because it's like he was responding to literally everything that we were saying. The first, arrival, let's start with the arrival. No, let's start from the beginning. So the beginning, Madam Mutinta Hichilema has what you call an aide de camp who's supposed to follow her and back and, when they have functions or any programs that they have. Now, the aide de camp was denied a visa to come to the United Kingdom. So number one, she was denied a visa. That's why you've seen other people accompanying President Hakainde Hichilema and the wife. Now, as she's been denied a visa, it was just President Hakainde Hichilema, his wife, and I've seen, I believe it's the ambassador to the UK, from the UK to Zambia, yes, and I think her person. And then they were just, I think, the four of them. And then when they got to the airport, the Mazoka's daughter, I've posted everything on my page, guys, so try and check on my page. Mazoka's daughter, who's the ambassador, high commissioner to the United Kingdom from Zambia, and the vice, they're the ones who were there, plus other people. They booked what you call a VIP lounge section, which you pay. It's not free. And then they allowed, I think, 2 or 3 of them to enter at the airport and, help them out. And they showed the picture and the video at that time because President Hakainde Hichilema wants to show and impress you guys that, look, he's arrived in the UK. And it's only people who are not learned, okay? Sorry, it's only people who are not learned, block. It's only people who are not exposed and learned who think, oh, wow, he's come to the UK. The king has invited him. No, the king did not invite him. I don't think so. It doesn't look like he was invited by the king. So then he was then received at the airport by, somebody who was saluting from Zambia and, some other people. And then they went in a private car, an Uber. And I received phone calls from different people. How can your president arrive in an Uber? We know that that's an Uber. It's a hired vehicle. But some of you are excited because the president has arrived in the UK. He's got talks. He's talking about your country. No, I don't think so. He came here for his own programs. And that was just a by the way to hide face as to why he was really coming to the United Kingdom. Now, President Hakainde Hichilema arrives in the UK. We are asking questions. Where is he? Who is he meeting? He has no meetings with the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. I was told that the Prime Minister said he was unavailable. That's why he couldn't, fly to London and meet him up. And then the first post being from King Charles' page. Most of you people are asking questions. Why isn't his page verified? The royal family, nobody can ever create a page. It's a huge criminal offense. Nobody can do that. You are not allowed. They have their own pages where they share everything that they share about, and they mostly use Instagram. Oh, please, piss off. They mostly use Instagram. So on Instagram, you see they have a verified page, and Twitter especially, and then they have a website. They try to encourage as many people to go on their website so that you can see what they are doing. And then they have a calendar as well, so you can see what the king is doing, So on the king's Facebook page, King Charles, it was written that he has received President Hakainde Hichilema, who visited. He didn't say, no, we are in talks, we have a meeting. No, he said he's visiting, meaning he paid a courtesy call and then they took a picture. Now, the praise singers were celebrating and dancing, because, most of them, they lack exposure. They don't have education. I don't think anybody who's highly educated, even up to grade 12, will be praising that HH is taking a picture with Charles. But they were celebrating that. To them, it was something, like an achievement, but it's not an achievement. It's actually a courtesy call, which even the Ghanaian minister recently was in the UK. She paid a courtesy call. You have to say hello to the king and greet him because we are Commonwealth countries. So we have that access, Kalia. Just 5 minutes, let me say hi, and I go on with my business. Okay, you can't come into the king's territory and then you just go and do. No, you have to pay a courtesy call. So they posted that, and I said, look, this was not a state visit, according to Hamasaka's posting. Now, with everything that has happened during this trip, I now realize why HH has put Tongas in embassies. It's so that he can do the dirty things that he wants to do, okay? It's so that he can lie to people, he can fabricate things. So then, the newspapers were the first ones to release the article and the images. We didn't see them yet. President Hakainde Hichilema's page was blank. But the articles in the newspaper released to say he was having dinner at House of Lords. And I'm like, House of Lords is in London. And House of Lords, there is no dinner place. That's Parliament. Can you have dinner at Parliament? And the House of Lords, there's just a wing, a small wing where you can have dinner. All right? I got my scholarship through the Helena Kennedy Foundation. Full scholarship for me to study at the University of Winchester, and I know how those venues are like this. Airport type security, they clear you well in advance, and you can't just go there. And President Hakainde Hichilema's trip was very impromptu, so I don't think so. And those events are planned like a year, 2 years in advance, so I don't think so. I didn't think that was Buckingham Palace. Anyway, they showed the pictures in the newspaper. Then the next picture now was showing now the King's Foundation. They were having dinner. Now the people who were having dinner, these are normally governors, stakeholders, people who collect, donations from different people. So we don't know the conversations that President HH had with them. Maybe he said, look, I'm going to give you some gold. I don't know. Maybe, we want to partner with you. How many scholarships can you give us? Things like that. But normally a foundation asks for funds from people. So having a dinner or an appointment or a meeting with a foundation, they are going to lobby for funds from you. You are not going to be there saying, let's partner how we can work together. No, they will lobby funds, because I was under a scholarship under the Helena Kennedy Foundation. She's Baroness Helena. You can even Google her, for 3 years. So I know how foundations work. We had to lobby from the Joseph Rowntree Foundation as well, asking for funds to support towards childcare. And I got loads of support. I used to get like £3,000 a year as part of my scholarship for my pocket. That's how blessed I was. I was getting £1,000 for transport as well, £500 for books. And then I got trained Oh, I was so blessed, honestly. So I know how the foundations work. And then we would go for meetings as well, where we would sit down and start looking at how can we expand our foundation. So when I first started, I was the first one on the scholarship, and then we became 2, became 3, and then we lobbied, and then we became 500 students. Why? Because that is the duty of the foundation. You lobby for funds. You solicit for funds. So for President Hakainde Hichilema to lie to the Zambian people that he has been invited, I don't think so. I don't think he was invited. He just wanted to come and, you know, who knows? They were together. Who knows at those meetings? But it's such a coincidence. Now, I wasn't going to come live to talk about this thing because I was like, you know, it's there until Kasone Mwenda has done a video. Honestly, I can't laugh alone. Wait. Hold on. Let me start it from the beginning. So I laughed. Hold on.
At state visit. Icharona chikwatama problems engi muli insana. Load shedding number na makombo no bali 15 hours. Na ibo ile 3 hours. Abantu yanenza.
Kama ne mwana wae. Ati tubele bakateka bafune bale pitana muibala liya kalembula. President Kasone Mwenda. His first reaction is, Bebe ni babwele, bale unole mpia chachalo, bale pitana muibala liya kalembula. Look, I laughed. Me, I cry laugh. I couldn't stop laughing. I did tell him to come back. He's spoiling, wasting money. Yeah, Charlie, listen. Hold on.
Nibabwele bale ona ole mpia chachalo mailo bale nwati lelo bale pitana mwibala lya kalembula iyo at state visit problems ayengi muli insana load shedding
I didn't want to talk about this after seeing this. I think I saw the mind. Abanena Balandati. He's come for a state visit. And then he no wonder you're funny. I had to tell President Hakainde Hichilema to come back. He's wasting money for the country. He's busy moving around. I laughed. Do you know what laugh is? I said, let me play it again. Hold on.
Nibabwele bale ona ole mpia chachalo mailo bale nwati lelo bale pitana mwibala lya kalembula iyo at state visit icharona chikwatama problems ayengi muli insana load shedding nomba na makombo no bale about 15 hours na ibo ile kuli 3 hours abantu yanensala mpia shelepo bakateka basenda bakyuke pitana mwibala ya kalembula kwali befinki kwali ba Silicon Valley kwali ba Wall Street ngabali yakoba
Mwenda. Please, Ije basende pia. Abo, bari mwibala yakale mbula. Wait. Let's start. Now this is the video.
At state visit. Load shedding number na combo no bale about 15 hours. Na ibwela kuli 3 hours. Abantu yanensala MPA sherepo bakateka basenda bakuyuke mukupitana mumabala yakalembula. Kuyuke kwali befinki kwali Silicon Valley kwali ba Wall Street ngabali yako bako pako nanguni AI amaka AI muti mwaya mwamukupitana mumabala yakalembula. President mumbala yakalembula. This is not helping us. Bakateka in a critical moment like this one. Solutions. But now they might not stand. Okubomfiem pia shachalo. Ba mukupitana muibala jakalembula. As by economic freedom fighters. Ngaya African is 20.6 for Pamakasa. We'll make sure that
for president.
We are going to create trade systems. You know, Mzambe, directly. Ama minerals will get them and will find a proper market because that mineral will now be ours. 2 days, yeah, Peter. But if I'm a president, instead of making any tangible deals, any trade deals, any solution to the load shedding, any special deals that can get the country out of Zambia. My friend, president, at least you should have even visited a plantation, not a garden. Instead of going to a textile, we want when the president goes out, they should bring something special, something big, something to connect the country. But abantu na bakulya bamukwangala. The one bamukunwa tea, the two bamukupitama garden. We need to have a leadership that is serious. And come 2026, Nipa Makasa, economic freedom fighters, will open up this country and will make Zambia great.
That's what I went. Look, I have laughed. I said I can't laugh alone. Look at the way I'm crying, laughing. I do a president. Why am kupitana? Muibala liyakalembula. As on the weather for president. I beg. Imagine if Kasodemwenda is a president. Mugalaseka. The humor. Alaniseka. So that's what's happening. The president went kumagade nuko, ukubalebida, ama tailors and things like that. And then people are looking at it like, oh, yeah, he's come to do something. Ni connection. He had high-level meetings. Which high-level meetings? Which high-level meetings? Number last, this picture, Papakon, where now he has like security, na black car. Those are hired things in the UK. I've posted on Facebook. You can find those people. You can hire them as well. My people, President Hichilema can lie for Africa. It's okay to say, I'm going on holiday in the UK for 3 days. See you, Zambia. I've been invited by the king. I need to do this. All those things, even you and me can apply to be part of. I was part of the Helena Kennedy Foundation. Baroness Helena doesn't even know what happens, how they run it. They just call her when there is like the official launching, like when there's a special dinner, things like that. Giving us awards, but not like she's really part of it. No, they even choose the governors. You are very, very, very funny. Honestly, you've made me so laugh. Opposition absurd. No, he's actually saying the facts, but it's the way he said, that's what got me. I look at that. At least visit plantations. UK has got many farms. You know, I know many British people who have farms. There's one lady who the children go to the same school as my youngest, and you know, it's a private school. And she's been telling me, come and see our farm. They've got like 300 cows and things like that. So if they have 300 cows, you know that it's not a small farm. And you know, farms in the UK, they are from generation to generation. They are inherited. You find that over 30 years, over 50 years, 200 years, same farm, they've been working on it, all of them. So this visit, it looks like it was just a cover-up, you know. And meanwhile, also in Parliament in Zambia, Nelly Muti was trying to put Bill 7 through, and it has been withdrawn. I'm sure President Hakainde Hichilema must be stressed right now about the whole issue of Bill 7. And the Catholic bishops as well have spoken against Bill 7. I've shared letters on my Facebook page where they've stated that they don't think it is right for us to rush to this constitutional amendment. And then another issue that we've spoken about as well is on our young man, the one who was beaten up, Joe Black Apple. You've seen the video on my page. He was visited. He's out of hospital, but the cadres had followed him in hospital. More sensitive information has been shared in that video. He says they even used lights, whatever, to do Pamanu Diakwe and things like that. Different things, and Congolese people were doing that. So your mafia president must leave 2026. Now, it's always good when things happen in other countries like Malawi. You find out how did it get to this point of Malawi booting out Chakwera. It so happens that Chakwera is worse than HH. Worse. Actually, they are matching. Okay? They are matching each other. You can imagine we're complaining about HH now, but Chakwera worse. With Chakwera, a brief background, when Silas Chilima and him signed an alliance, he promised that Saulos would be the vice president and then president next. And then immediately they were sworn into office. Chakwera started plotting against Chilima. He started sending so many allegations against him. His phones were tapped. Silas Chilima never ever received the utmost respect from MCP, the party for Chakwera. And he became a Chola boy in the end. The courts found him innocent for everything that Chakwera was trying to plant on him. And then there was a lawyer as well who was standing for him. That lawyer, because he was standing so strong for him, that lawyer was found dead in a room. He was accused of trying to sleep with some girls, but it was all a setup. He was murdered. Now, Chakwera was now sent to, to Korea before. I think he did about 2 visits. And then that visit to say he should go to the funeral, it was Chakwera who said, you go. And that's how Saulos, the aircraft that they used, disappeared for many hours. And then by the time they found the aircraft, if you see the way the bodies were, you know, that's near even a barracks. It's easy for us to find by Chilima, but they couldn't find him. And I don't think if a plane really, you know, falls from down up there to down, you'll be like the way the man was in full. I think you will scatter in pieces. So there's suspicions that they did something to him, and even the black box went missing. So they are the same with Hakainde Hichilema. And it's a one-term president. Definitely he's leaving as well. So justice for Saulos Chilima in Malawi, the Malawians voted. In Zambia, on the other hand, we have Dr. Edgar Chogalungu, who's still in a mortuary. And HH is busy gallivanting, you know, moving around different places, commissioning this, shouting Kwenyu. You know, he's a content creator. And now he's in the United Kingdom. He failed to go to Unga, a very important event. He failed to attend. He couldn't attend. But he has attended this small gathering, which even a president should not be there. In fact, he should be sending maybe even PS like Fumba, what's his name again? Pirato, to attend such. Not him as a president. No, it's too level for his kind. But you know, he obviously had other plans. So guys, it was just a brief live stream. I normally don't go live this time. This is my family time. But I said, Habi, let me go and laugh a bit on Facebook with people, because we were downstairs watching TV and I was just laughing downstairs. I said, let me go and laugh with my people. So President Hichilema has lied to you guys. He's lied for Africa. He's not being honest about what he came to do to the United Kingdom. All those pictures are just to show you that, honestly. And you think Zambians are not exposed enough to know that this is not a state visit. When Trump arrived in the UK, you saw what a state visit looks like. From the airport. Salute. After that, chauffeur, security. You have to pass through Buckingham Palace. Now it's his palace called, I've forgotten the name, but it's a Terence house where he was petting the cow the other day. But when the Queen was alive, it was Buckingham Palace. And then you have to pass through number 10 and say hello. So the Prime Minister was too busy for him. He has no time. And remember that in diplomacy, we send reports about the countries that we're serving. So the British ambassador must have sent a report about the human rights injustices in Zambia. And HH is looking for a second chance in 2026, and he's not going to get it. I mean, for him and his aide to be denied, the before part denied 29 visas, and then his wife, the aide de camp, the personal assistant denied the visa. How are you going to operate in the next 5 years? Because there are so many meetings, high-level meetings in the UK, in America, when you're being denied visas. It means you've already lost an election. So guys, thank you so much for coming. It was just a brief live stream for us to talk about how the president has lied. If liar can, he can lie. So so for those of you who are just coming now, let me just play for you for the last time the video of us on the Mwenda. This man. Then I go.
At state visit. Icharona chikwatama problems ayengi muli insana. Load shedding number na makombo no bali about 15 hours. Na ibu ila kuli 3 hours. Abantu ya insana MPA sherepo wakateka basenda bakuyuke mukupitana mumabala ya kalembula. Mumabala ya kalembula. Kuyuke kwali befintu finki.
Okay guys, so thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. Somebody saying who is going to get it? Anybody but HH. HH will not win the election in 2026. That's why yesterday I was very firm on the opposition to unite. Okay? I was asking for the opposition to unite, because if they don't unite, they are going to give HH a chance, and we don't want that. So like I said yesterday, I promised that I'm speaking to all opposition leaders. Anyone who is aspiring to be president in Zambia, just know that I have them on speed down. Not the way it was in 2021. No, candidate. No. All of them, I speak to them. Whether they are from PF, whether they are from DPP, whether they are from NCP, whether they are from, which party is that? ZWW, whether it's ZP, whether it's Citizens First, all of them are on my speed down. And I may be chair lady of the elections for 2026. Yeah, we'll be chairing on those elections. So guys, thank you so much. Good night and see you tomorrow. HH cannot win 2026 elections. Stop wasting your time, my friend Kapempe. No Zambian who has gone to school, is well exposed, will vote for HH. Only people who have no school. Now I understand why HH, he puts old people in diplomacy, he puts stronger people, he puts his relatives, so that he will be able to control them and they'll be loyal to him. Okay, because they're from the same place. Kamwamba basa. Vadala. So Vagaga Babeni. Vagaga Babeni. That's why he only recruits those people, so that he'll be able to speak to them. Now, there is an inauguration coming up for Peter Mutharika. I don't know if HH is going to go. If you go, we'll see if you go. But his best friend, Chakwera, whom he helped with a plane as well, when Silas Chalima passed away, is no longer president. Isn't that wonderful how God works? This so-called pastor started plotting against his friend. I remember Malawians commenting on my page to say, we have done it for Silas Hichilema because he died like a dog. Do the same for Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu has not died well. Up to now, we have not buried him. So I expect you to do justice for Edgar Lungu. How? By making sure you vote HH out. Let's teach him a lesson. We vote for anybody but HH. And we'll tell you which candidate we are all going for. So guys, thank you so much. Take care. And somebody posted on a group that, oh, there's no opposition. How does it feel to stand and oppose? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that in a democracy. You can't stand on your own in a democracy. You can't. It's not a one-party state. All right. And Zambians have been patient. So we'll be announcing the dates for registering to vote. Register to vote in numbers. And let's boot Hakainde Hichilema out. Take care, guys. At least we've laughed for today. See you on my next video. Take care.